Hello, my friends. My name is Evelyn Joy, and welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to have Melissa Mills with me today. Hi, Melissa.
Hi.
So, today, Melissa's going to be sharing with us a little bit of how she is beginning to diversify. Uh, Melissa is a school librarian, correct?
Yes.
And she's also worked some with VIP Kid. And lately, you're just getting started up with Teachers Pay Teachers. Can you tell me when did you create your Teachers Pay Teachers account?
So I actually created my Teachers Pay Teachers account in 2013. I was a first grade classroom teacher at the time, and so I was supplementing my own curriculum in my classroom. So when I started making my own resources, I decided to make a little bit of extra cash by putting them on Teachers Pay Teachers. So I was only adding things when I needed to make them for my classrooms. And over the years, I kind of quit adding to that, but I'm just getting started back up with that now.
That is awesome. Okay, how did you decide what to name your Teacher Pay Teacher shop?
Okay, this is, I feel like, is so hard to choose a name for your store. My first store name was Mrs. Melissa Mills. I tried to use my own name and somebody already had my own name. So it was in 2013. I was trying to start my account fast. And so I just put Mrs. Melissa Mills. And that's been my store name up until recently. And I changed it to Melissa Mills Online. So I also do some online teaching and I'm making some resources that you can use online within my
Oh,
store. I also have a business Facebook page already with the title Melissa Mills Online, and I own the website URL for melissamillsonline.com. So I decided to keep
awesome.
it all uniform.
Yes, I love the branding because that way people know how to look you up. That's awesome. What types of documents do you make, and can you show us an example?
Yes, so right now my most of my store, because I started it back when I was teaching first grade, is made up of first grade materials, mainly math materials. Um, I really actually still enjoy making those materials. I'm going to show you a quick sample of it today. One sample I have is the children in first grade, they need to learn how to read and write numbers to 120. So I have a number grid, and then the students have, I filled in part of this one for you. The students have sheets where they need to fill in the missing numbers, and the product has a lot of different combinations, like it'll be missing only the even numbers or only the odd numbers. And this one also has like number puzzles. So you use the number reference grid and you figure out what numbers are missing. I also have like some addition worksheets, subtraction worksheets.
Awesome. That's great. So, how does it work exactly? Like, for example, if someone pays for the document, they can print it for their whole class?
Yes, so it's a digital download. This product is a PDF. So once they pay, they have access to download it and then they can just print it out and distribute it to their class. There is an option, like let's say their teacher next to them also wants to distribute it to their class. There's an option where you can buy additional licenses at like a little bit of a cheaper cost. So they aren't
Oh.
supposed to just freely share it with teachers next to them, but they can buy extra licenses to share it outside of their classroom.
So if like one first grade teacher wanted to share it with three other first grade teachers, they might get a little bit of a discount for each of the other teachers.
Yes.
Something like that. Okay, very cool, very cool. Um, then how much do you charge for your digital downloads?
So the price is vary a lot depending on what type of product you have. I personally, most of my products are under $8, with the majority of them being under 5. I'm just starting to get more and more products. So you can make smaller products and then you can bundle all of those products together into a bigger product and charge more. So right now I'm still building up my store, so my products are very affordable.
Very affordable. Awesome, awesome. That's great to know. And then, um, How much can a person make on Teachers Pay Teachers?
So I think, there have been a couple of people who've made over $1 million on Teachers Pay Teachers. Now that is not
They just spend all day on their computer just networking and making products, maybe.
yes, now that's not what I would say is typical, but it
Yeah.
is possible because if somebody else can do it, then other people can too. Um, I I don't know the exact statistics. I think most people aren't making that much on there, but there are definitely people who make in the thousands
Wow.
on there.
That's great. That's good to know because we have teachers that, some of my subscribers just lost their jobs with GoGo Kid or their jobs are being phased out, like Magic Ears and different ones. So, that's why I'm inviting different people with just I'm trying to share ideas to diversify outside of China. So when I was actually watching Melissa's YouTube
Mm,
video and I was like, I love this. This is perfect. This is awesome. I would love to have her on my channel to talk about this because this is another way that you can diversify. Now, I wouldn't say that if you're brand new to teachers that this should be your only income, but this is a way
yeah,
of making a little bit more on the side while you are trying to figure it out, and you can build it up to be a bigger thing, right? For example, I've been on YouTube for almost 4 years and I just like earlier this year was monetized. So it
yeah,
sometimes you have to build up to making a profit or sometimes it's worth building your business as like a side hustle, right? All right.
yeah.
What programs do you use to create your documents? This is where I'm going to start taking notes. I want to know.
Okay, so there are lots of different programs people use. I personally use PowerPoint for most of my products. However, the regular PowerPoint on my computer was like a student and home version, which, if you read the fine print, was for personal use. So I did have to upgrade to the business version. Um, for it says you can make things for commercial use. So just to stay, I'm not a copyright expert and can't give any advice about that, but for just protect myself, that's what I did, and it was an upfront cost. But you can make things on Google Slides also, and I've made a couple of products on that. And I make my thumbnails in Canva.
Okay. Yeah, I use Canva for my thumbnails as well. Um, Now, which would you like to look at first? Do you want to look at your YouTube channel first, your website, or your teacher pay teacher site? Because I can share my screen and show.
Oh, any of them is fine. My Teachers Pay Teachers store is under construction, and I have just for the first time hired out for someone else to remake me a logo. So when we go there today, it is not on there yet. This is the one I created myself.
Beautiful.
I am rebranding my store, and I have hired a virtual assistant to recreate me a logo and banner. So about 2 weeks from now, 2 to 3 weeks, it will be a totally different logo and banner.
I have to be honest with you, Melissa. So teachers pay teachers. When I was working in the elementary school, I was an ELL aide. So I heard of teachers pay teachers, but I was
Mhm.
not a classroom teacher, so I didn't need to use it. So I heard of it like a long, long time ago. Just recently, a friend of mine opened a shop and she advertised on Facebook that she had some rewards for VIP Kid on there. And so I wanted to support her. So I like signed up for Teachers Pay Teachers and I bought her rewards and I printed it and I wanted to show her like, good job getting on Teachers Pay Teachers. Um, and I followed her. But then today I was trying to get logged on, I clicked on yours. I was trying to figure out how to follow you. I could not for the life of me figure out where to follow you. And then I noticed you have this big thing that says follow me with the arrow to the star. And I'm like, that's where you follow. So, am I correct in assuming that not all of the pages have that graphic that says follow me? That's something that you put up?
Yes, that is something I put up. It's a digital banner.
I love it. It
Yeah.
reminds me of MySpace. Do you remember
Yeah.
MySpace when we
Yeah.
would like have we would put in all the algorithm and then it would have like letters like coming from the ceiling and stuff. But yeah, I love it. It's so cool. And then also here is your I, I what's it called? The banner?
Products.
But yeah, and your products.
Yes, they're my products.
Awesome. Is it
And
okay
I'm
if
working.
we look
Yeah, you
through
can
some
scroll
of it?
through there. I am working on going up and updating all of my thumbnails to make them bigger and brighter so that you can see them. I've done a few of them.
Awesome. I love it. Yeah, I'm a homeschool mama, so one of my daughters just finished first grade and my other daughter's going to be starting kindergarten. So I recognize like the hundreds chart that you fill out and different things.
And if
I
anybody
really did.
wants to try that out, I have a little freebie sample. The whole product is like 82 pages long. The
Oh,
clip art
wow.
changes with the seasons, but I have a little snippet of it available for free.
Okay, very cool. So you said it's like 80 something pages. How much is it for the rights to print that?
Um, I had it at $4.
$4. So you
Mhm.
basically wrote a book for $4, which some books, some workbooks at like Walmart and stuff are like $4. Okay, that's very cool. You're like an author pretty much now. Congratulations. You're a workbook author. All right, so I'm going to share my screen again, and this time we are going to look at, I believe this is your website, right? Melissa Mills
Um,
Online.
Actually, my website, this is my newsletter.
Oh, this is your newsletter. I signed up for it just now, by the way.
Oh, thank
Success.
you.
Success. I'm signed up. That doesn't mean I check my email very often, but I will try. Very
Yes.
cool.
So in my newsletter, if you sign up for my newsletter, I'm going to be sending out some products I make for free that other people, they will be in my store for sale. But if you are on my email list, you'll get a few of them for free. So you can sign up for that. You can have some free teaching products.
Awesome. I think what we are learning from you today, in addition to uh, learning about Teachers Pay Teachers, is we're learning about your wisdom about branding because there's a whole lot of online teachers and we need to be doing more of this of where we can make our own website, make our own Facebook page, make our own YouTube channel and do some branding, and over
Yeah.
time we can build it and maybe get some residual income, right? I don't even know that if that's a real word.
Yes.
Is that the correct word?
Yes.
So here we're looking at Melissa's YouTube channel. So she has some videos. For example, I was just watching, I believe, your most recent video, starting or
Yes.
rebranding your Teachers Pay Teachers. And so I was watching that and I was like, man, I really want to talk to her about this because I have questions. I want to know how you do it, but also at the same time, I want to share with with online teachers because I feel like there's a lot of teachers that are just very discouraged right now
Yeah.
and need to learn to think outside the box, to get creative, to keep paying our bills. And this is something that we can learn from a wise teacher here about branding, about growing your personal business. Here I'm looking at Melissa Mills Online Facebook page. So feel free to follow her. So it says here that you're a tutor or a teacher, right? So people could even possibly contact you and say, would you tutor my child? Is that something that you would do?
At
No,
this not at this time. I
not at
do
this time.
teach part-time for VIP Kid, and teach full-time in the classroom. And I'm trying to rebrand my Teachers Pay Teachers store and get that really up and going. So kind of busy
That's
right now.
awesome. Yeah, very cool, very cool. And the school year's starting up.
Yes.
So yeah. Anyway, great. And you said you have a website as well. Should we look at that?
My website is I own my website domain.
Okay.
And I had a website in Squarespace, but I've taken it down for a while until I can figure out really how I want it to look and serve others.
Wow. Okay. So, Melissa, I have to say, talking to you, I feel like, wow, why haven't I done all these things yet? I've been with VIP Kid for 3.5 years, and I just recently made a Teachers Pay Teachers, and I feel like that's just a really smart idea, what you're working on. And thank you for sharing your awesome ideas with us. Also, um, when you say that you've hired someone to do your logo, is that someone that you know personally or is that someone online?
That is not someone I know personally. In order to really give my best effort to my Teachers Pay Teacher store, I've been listening to a lot of podcasts. I've also joined a lot of Facebook groups. I
Ooh.
can tell you the podcasts I've been listening to, and
Yeah.
I don't know this person personally either, so it's just someone who's helping me.
Yeah.
It's called The Terrific Teacherpreneur.
That terrific teacher.
Teacherpreneur.
Oh, is that all one word, teacherpreneur? Oh,
Yes.
okay. I know a person whose YouTube is like motherpreneur or something like that, like mompreneur. Okay. Um,
And her name is Alexandra Baxter. So I have been really listening to a lot of her podcasts, and that's really helping me to rebrand and get my store going. And then I've also joined a lot of Facebook groups for Teachers Pay Teachers.
I probably butchered that spelling, didn't I? Teacherpreneur. Is that
Yeah, I
correct or
think that's
incorrect?
right. Yeah, I think
I
that's
feel
right.
like I feel like I'm
It might
at
be
a
ME you are.
I
Maybe.
feel like I'm at a spelling test I didn't study for.
Yeah.
That's okay. Very cool. So that's a podcast, and she gives you lots of ideas for like,
For like for how to make your store profitable, she is a full-time Teachers Pay Teachers. Uh, that's what she does for her profession. She also helps sellers get started.
so
So
she's one of those millionaires, maybe?
I don't know if she's a millionaire.
Thousandaires?
she hasn't. She hasn't. I haven't heard her say that she's a millionaire, but she gives a lot of good advice and practical advice on how to advance your Teachers Pay Teacher store.
Wow, that's so cool. Awesome. In ways, Teachers Pay Teachers kind of reminds me of Etsy a little bit because I know on Etsy you can get like some digital downloads and things like that, but it's sort of like a site all for digital downloads, right? So it's like a one-stop shop for teachers to get their digital downloads for their
Yeah, I
classes.
will say if you have any, there are I make educational products. That is my area of expertise, but there are people on there who make things like clip art. So if you've got anybody who's like an artist, um, because when I put some clip art in my product, it needs to be for commercial use. So I actually buy it off of Teachers Pay Teachers from other teachers for commercial use clip art. And so there are people on there. I actually also buy my font. So if you've got people who can draw or make font, all of those things also sell on Teachers Pay Teachers.
Those are all things that I should learn how to do. That is so awesome. All right. Well, Melissa, is there anything before we finish? Is there anything I've forgotten to ask you about or anything that you would like to say to teachers who are watching?
Um, I just there are two types of accounts on Teachers Pay Teachers. So
Okay.
you can get started for free if you'd like to start with a basic seller account. You will earn 55% of what you sell, but you will get there's a 30-cent charge um, transaction fee that you have to pay per product, but you can upgrade to a premium sellers account. Is 59.95 for a year, but then you take home 80% of all your sales
Mm.
and 15 cent, sorry, transaction fee only on things under $3. So there are two types of accounts that you can make on there.
Very cool. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Melissa, for telling us all about Teachers Pay Teachers. And I appreciate you so much for coming on my channel. I am going to be linking um, your YouTube channel below. Please subscribe to her. She's got lots of good advice and good ideas. And I'm going to be linking your Facebook group and also your Teachers Pay Teachers. Okay. And your
Okay.
newsletter as
Yes,
well.
thank you.
All right. Awesome. That'll be in the description box below. Thank you so much for coming and visiting my channel. All right.
Thank you for having me.
Take care. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.